Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Dragon Warrior 2 for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Last episode, Prince Hermes ventured into the sea cave to try to find the Eye of Malroth. He couldn't find it. He had to retreat because the thing is really dangerous. And he decided that he needs to get some more levels and some money to buy a Shield of Strength for Orfeo. So I managed to pick up that money. In the meantime, I gained 1 level for Prince Hermes, and I gained 2 levels for Prince Orfeo and Princess Alyssa. Orfeo learned the increased spell, which increases all your character's defense, and Alyssa learned the spell of Heal All, which restores all of your hit points. So both of those spells will help us out in the future. So we just want to, from Castle Osterfair, just head south a little bit, and eventually going to run into some islands, and then we'll head to the west from there, and we'll go back to Wealthscar, where we end up getting the jail key and the water gate key. We're going to hunt down 2 new enemies in the area, so we're going to do a little bit of farming there. This is where I kind of did all my farming for the gold in Wealthscar area. And surprisingly, I kept running into the enemies I need to find, but then when I try to farm them here, they weren't popping up a lot. So I'm heading to a lot of gases in those evil trees. So I forgot to do this here, maybe I'll show it off later, but if you go back and talk with Rogue Fastfinger, the guy who stole the Watergate key, he just says, like, I'll be good from now on. So let us buy that Shield of Strength, the best shield in the game for Orfeo. And like I said, it's 2 defensive weaker than the Shield of Odric, but you can potentially get one for Hermes because it allows you to use the Heal More spell in battle. So that guy's not going to come back down to his little stall, so we'll just sell this tool shop here. Sell that leather shield from so long ago. Yay! We want to eventually pick up another one of those Shields of Strength for Alyssa, so that she can have free healing in battle as well. Save our MP for more important things, and in case we run into those enemies that steal our MP again. So I'm just doing a little bit of wandering around this area to find the monsters, and here's the first one we want to see, the Goopies. These guys like to call for help. 50% chance that when they call for help that it'll come. So these guys are calling for help right away. Luckily with the Staff of Thunder that Alyssa has and Orfeo's Firebane spell, they're pretty easy to take out. They have no resistance to magic, so they take full damage from it. They also have no resistance to the defense spell, so you can lower their defense a little bit more to hurt them. They 100% resist Sleep, Stop Spell, and Surround though, so don't worry about using them. So, and one of the good things about the Goopies is they are one of the enemies that can drop those wizard rings. So 0.8% chance that happens. So it's pretty low that they'll drop it, but each one you defeat though increases the chance that one will drop. Now when you're I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but when you're in with a group of monsters, the only monster that's going to drop something is the last one that's defeated. So like, if we run into a group of Goopies with, say, some evil trees, if you defeat the evil trees last, they'll drop their item. But if you want to go for the wizard ring, then you'd want to make sure that you defeat the Goopies last. Just wandering around here. We have one more enemy here to run into. And we could have run around this guy around Castle Osterfair, but I didn't do that while I was there. So he didn't pop up, so I figured I'd just grab him here, because from here it's pretty easy to get back to the sea cave. So there's one more enemy, and that'll be it for enemies that we can encounter in the overworld. All the remaining enemies will be found in the basically the final 2 dungeons. So here's our last guy, the Sorcerer. He has 29% resistance to Sleep, Defeat, Stop Spell, Defense, and Surround, so could potentially be a good idea to cast the Stop Spell on him. But luckily he falls pretty quickly to Hermes Hermes can usually one-shot him. He doesn't have a lot of hit points or defense, so... Well, that does it for new enemies. So now we're going to use our return spell to warp back to Osterfair, and then we'll head back to the sea shrine, or the sea castle, or the sea cave. I'm getting everything confused. I'm thinking about the sea shrine because Castle Osterfair is close to the sea shrine. We're going to have to turn in those final crests, or the 5 crests. So that's why we wanted to make sure that our return point is right here for a while, because it's a good location for getting both to the sea cave and then to the sea shrine. So, luckily, one of the enemies dropped one of those trees, the evil trees, dropped some fairy water, so we can just sprinkle that on us to save 2 points of Alyssa's magic. And we just head over for a little bit, about 2 screens, then we start heading to the south. And that just put us online for the sea cave. And then we just hop on in, and luckily we got a lot of the treasures earlier, so we can get pretty much going to be a straight run right down to the bottom. If we didn't have a full inventory, we can head up there and grab a medical herb. Remember, the treasure chests reset between when we leave them, so there's a new enemy later on, so when we get into that fight, we'll be able to show off how that Shield of Strength works. It's basically just like the Thunder Sword, the Staff of Thunder, where you just select the item from your inventory, and it'll cast the Heal More spell. So we're gonna walk on the lava again here. Head on down, open this key door. Skip the first chest, because the first chest, remember, is this trap chest that takes off 50% of your lead character's hit points. We'll grab the second chest, though, because that has some free money. And we still want to, like I said, we want to grab another one of those Shields of Strength for Princess Alyssa, and we also want to buy a Falcon Sword for Orfeo. And that'll basically be all the equipment that we need to get. Yeah, we're using a lot of healing here, so like I said, Orfeo in a lot of the battles, if not much is going on, he can use that Shield of Strength to heal himself up, so. Here we got the Saber Lines, they're now a random encounter. These are the ones that we fought one in Castle Osterfair. We went and we talked to it with the inside its cage, it just roars at us. Yeah, now we have the jailer's key, we can open up that prison that it's in, or the pen that it's in, and we can see what it says, so. And these guys hit pretty hard, but we're much stronger than we were when we fought them to entertain the king. So there you go, just select the Shield of Strength, and it basically, like I said, just casts the Heal More spell. So, it can heal between 27 and 101 hit points, with the average being 64. Like I said, that's a real blessing in long dungeons, because it allows you to save your MP for spells like the Outside, Return, and like I said, for the Firebane or the Instant Death spell that Orfeo will eventually learn. So there's our last new enemy in here, the Mega Knight. These guys can drop the Evil Shield. It has pretty good defensive power, 30, but the problem with that is it has a 1/4 chance that every turn you lose that turn. It's just basically like your body freezes, so it's not really worth it. But there is a glitch you can use that can give you the defensive power of all the cursed equipment and none of the negatives. And I'll show that off in the bonus episode when I use the. I'm going to be using the Cursed Sword, which is the Sword of Destruction. It's the strongest sword in the game, with 93 attack power. The second best sword, the Thunder Sword, has 80, so 13 more attack power. But you have a 1/4 chance to lose your turn with that Cursed Sword. Gives you a 1 in 8 chance of a critical hit, so that could be a good thing. like I said, you have more chance, of course, double the chance to end up losing your turn. It basically says like your body, the coast freezes your body, so. But there's an interesting little trick that you can use in like Hargon's castle. You can also do it like outside too. Basically, what it is like if you equip the weapon and then remove, then you have the curse removed at the House of Healing. And you never go back to your equipment screen or gain a level, the game will keep your attack power what it was with the cursed item, or the defensive power. But you won't suffer the cursed effect. But of course, if you gain a level or go into your equipment menu, it'll recalculate the thing, so you lose that. So that's how you can kind of, max level. You won't gain any of the levels, and you won't have to equip anything anymore. So it's where you can have all those cursed equipment things without worrying about losing the bonuses that the cursed equipment gives. So here we got a Metal Babble. Unfortunately, I do not defeat it. Decides to run away. Hermes can luckily do more than 1 damage to it. If I had 1 more turn to hit him, I would have finished him off. But yeah, Orfeo and Alyssa basically just tickle him with like hitting him with 1 if they do hit. So this is where the Falcon Sword will come in handy, because it gives Orfeo like 2 chances to strike and potentially, get a critical hit and finish them off. So. Alright, well now we got a whole bunch of lava here we gotta go through. But luckily we have very little more of the cave to go after this, so we're just going to walk through the lava here to save some time, some steps. And hey, look, we got a wizard over here. Such rudeness in a wizard's home is not acceptable. Perhaps I should turn thee into a frog. That one wizard in Liamport said that, like, we gotta be nice to him or else he could turn us into a frog, so we got 2 more evil clowns. We've been fighting them for a while, so not much of an issue. I'll just preemptively cast the Heal More on Hermes, because just in case these guys, they can cast that Fire Vein spell, and they can hurt pretty bad. Luckily, Alyssa takes a lot less damage from that because of the Flying Water Cloth. It cuts damage in half from magic spells, where Orfeo is only cutting by 25% with the magic armor, and I think the same with Hermes. Now he'll eventually get the armor of Erdrick, which will cut magic and breath damage by 1/4. That'll be really helpful when we start fighting dragons. It's Dragon Warrior, but we haven't fought any dragons yet, which is good because dragons in this game, there's only the green dragons, which were the weakest dragons in Dragon Warrior 1, but they're really, really tough in this game. They often appear in big groups, that's what makes them so deadly. But we'll see all about those dragons when we get to the next dungeon, the Cave of Rome. Like this cave, we'll be doing 2 trips through that cave. First trip we're going to go through is to basically get the final crest. We were told that the last crest is in the road to Rome. So we'll go grab that crest, warp back out to Ostafair, and then find the Rubus's shrine, the sea shrine, to trade in those crests for whatever Rubus is going to give us. So just warp back here, save our game, and then we'll get ready to tackle Rome, the road to Rome. It gives everybody nightmares, but it has, like I said, it'll have really good equipment. It'll have, like I said, the best sword, non-cursed sword for Hermes, the Thunder Sword. It'll also have the best armor for him, the armor of Erdrick, and a few other good pieces of equipment for our characters. So take care, have a good one. Hope to see you then on our next episode. Have a good day. Bye.